Hello, everybody. Here's another edition of the ROFFS overall conditions in the Northeast U.S. via sea surface temperature and ocean color data. You see a shot here of the overall conditions in sea surface temperature. The reds and yellows and oranges are warmer, greeners and blues are cooler. And things have changed quite a bit in the last couple weeks. So now we're into September. Hope everybody had a nice Labor Day weekend. A lot of the bigger tournaments are winding down. So now we have some smaller tournaments and just some fun fishing. So hopefully weather holds up in September and get a hold of Ross and get offshore fishing because there's plenty of good conditions still. So let's take a look here. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd. And this is we had a lot of clouds in the area, so this is a combination of imagery from the last 3 days to get a clear shot. And what we notice is this Gulf Stream is moving up a little bit, pushing up a tiny bit. Still 84, 85 degrees in the Gulf Stream. What the two main eddies to keep an eye on. This one, we've this large clockwise rotating Gulf Stream eddy that broke off months ago is centered south of Atlantis Canyon now. And look to what it's done. It's wrapped some cooler water around its edges. But don't be fooled. This water in here is still 71, 72, maybe up to 73 degrees and pushing in shore. This water way inshore, 71, 72 degrees, over 40, 50 fathoms. This is still a really nice edge for you guys off of Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Nantucket, where I just was for the Skilly project. Let's see here. The other main eddy to keep an eye on is this larger clockwise rotating Gulf Stream eddy. And this water in here, 75, 76. And what's happening, it's pushing to the west and filtering down some water, 74, 75 degrees. And they've still been catching marlin in this water. The water inshore up north still mid 60s to upper 60s to 70 degrees. And what we really gonna have to keep an eye on the next couple weeks is it looks like this eddy and this eddy may be close to interacting with some Gulf Stream water and pull it up and in. So that will be something to look forward to. And then as this eddy slowly starts tracking to the west, this is going to have tuna in it for the next month or so. Looking out for New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, we have some promising conditions. There's a small clockwise eddy between Tom's and Linden Cole to Spencer, and then a counterclockwise here, pushing some water. This is 74 degrees, 74.5 degree water, pushing in all the way to 40 fathoms. And they've caught some marlin on this water over the weekend, this past weekend. So this is rotating this way, moving down toward this way. This water's still 71, 72 degrees, 73 degrees in here. This water is coming down. It's that typical start of the fall flow, 69, 70 degree water, maybe 68, pushing down. But there's still plenty of decent temperatures in the mid 70s to lower 70s inshore as well. You've got a clockwise rotating eddy off of Washington Canyon. Looks like there's some warmer water in the mid to upper 70s way offshore here. This is pulling off. Down here further south, we know there's been some decent action in the Washington Canyon over the weekend as well. And a counterclockwise eddy south of Norfolk. Looks like there's some nice filament pushing in. There's there's a clockwise eddy off of Oregon Inlet, and it looks like a counterclockwise eddy just north of the point. Pushing some decent water in here for all sorts of species. We're pretty close to inshore. So that's the overall look from the sea surface temperature imagery. Don't be fooled by this green water. This is still warm. Or actually, it's not green water. It's green in color. The sea surface temperature is still in the upper 60s to well, yeah, upper 60s in here. And I can attest personally, there's bluefin tuna that was caught in this area off of Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket, and also in this water here, even though it's in the 60s, mid to upper 60s, mahi, yellowfin tuna, and there's certainly should be still some billfish in this area. This is a nice edge here. There's a counterclockwise eddy rotating this way between Fishdales and Hudson. But this is still in the mid to lower 70 degree for even some marlin for the next couple weeks. So here, let's look at the ocean color data. This is the same time period. And again, we had some clouds in the southeast and the south. So we had to put together 2 or 3 days of data, but you can see this whoops, it's going this way. Clockwise eddy, south of Atlantis with a blended blue signal to it. And look at all this nice bluer, blended blue water way inshore. And that other clockwise eddy here with a darker blue. I mean, this is marlin water still for another couple weeks. There's going to be marlin in here as this transitions to the south, to the west southwest. But a lot of blended blue water still in this area. Then some nice green to blue breaks all the way up and down. I mean, this is good. This is still good for most all species and not too far offshore. You can see a signal of this eddy pushing up and in this water here and a counterclockwise flow here, pushing some decent blue water, Gulf Stream water inshore down north of the point off of North Carolina, Southern Virginia area. Norfolk Canyon looks decent as well. So as these eddies continue to move west and southwest, it might be a pretty decent September for fishing if you guys can get out there and weather permits. So keep your boats in the water, get a hold of ROFFS, and let us put you on the fish. You can see once you get Hydrographer Canyon and east, not a lot going on. A lot of cooler, greener water pulling offshore. But that's okay. There's still plenty of good fishing conditions for the next couple weeks. All right, stay tuned to Ross. Thanks so much for your business, and we will be in touch.